If you asked me when I was a kid who the richest man I ever met was, the answer was simple: my grandfather. He owned a butcher shop, always had $1 or $2 to give me for something, and when I went to his store, which was every day, I could have anything I wanted at all. I used to be mesmerized by customers coming in and giving Grandpa money for a steak or a roast or some chopped meat. Well, much later in his life, he was in an Alzheimer's unit in a nursing home in that old neighborhood, and he would have a lot of his old-time friends come and visit. And they would tell me about how my grandfather would bring them food to get them through the loss of a job or tough times, or how he would deliver up a 12th floor walk-up for an elderly widow, how he supported the local kids. All I saw him was as wealthy, but in reality he was poor. Like the rest of the people in that neighborhood, he struggled to get by, but by the way he lived and shared so much with others, he just seemed wealthy. The gospel today is about a rich young man. It seems impossible that in our affluent communities to think that Jesus is asking us to give up everything we have, everything we've earned to follow him. Most of us follow him taking everything along with us. And he says there's a better way. It's not bad news. It's not we're not going to get to heaven. No, but Jesus gives us an outline of how that road goes. First, the man has excitement about his faith. That is the first step and often overlooked, our excitement about our faith. We're tepid most of the time, but we're called to the excitement of the rich young man. Second, when Jesus looks at him, he's not condemning him. He looks with love at the man because he knows it's not impossible to enter the kingdom, but it's hard. Jesus looks the same at us, lovingly telling us, you have a lot. Can you use it for good? Can you better share your wealth with others? Can your gifts better serve the kingdom? And last, that young man went away sad. It was a lot for him to give up. We remember Pope St. Pius X today, known as the great reformer and quoted as saying, I was born poor, I have lived poor, and I wish to die poor. I like to think maybe that excited young man came back. Maybe he found where his true wealth lies. Maybe he was fine with the reality of living in a poverty that serves the kingdom. Who's the richest person you ever met? Is it someone who shares their wealth in such a way that the world is richer because of them? Can we do that? I think Grandpa was onto it. It's in letting go that we receive abundance. It's in giving that we receive. It's in living the challenge of this gospel that we grow closer to becoming what we receive, the body of Christ.